Next, I would like to move to my another question, and this is about how is the how's this good news with the rollover and 161,000 visas, as there is a lot of buzz on media. What is your honest prediction based on your experience as an immigration attorney for over 20 years? So, how many employment-based visa numbers were available and used in 2023, and how many in 2024?
Right. So I think just to go back a step, for those who don't understand even what the question means, and a lot of our viewers, of course, are very in tune to this process and, check the visa bulletin every month, and, they're sometimes more knowledgeable than we are as to what is going on and how to predict the numbers. I know there are a lot of IT people, crunch the numbers and come up with analysis on what to expect, et cetera, et cetera. So, but for those who don't know what all this is about, basically the same way as we have a limited number for H1s, we have a limited number of green card visa numbers issued every year. And out of those numbers issued, every country gets 7% of those numbers. So no matter what the size of the country, whether you have a population of 1 billion people, or you are like Iceland with a population of a few thousand, you still get the same number of green cards for your country, which has resulted in an uneven distribution of green cards, because Indian nationals are more Indian nationals because they are applying because there's more population, and there are more IT people who are of Indian origin. So you see that there's an inordinate amount of Indian nationals applying when compared to people from other countries. So the visa numbers are really backlogged for Indian nationals. And we were talking just now about the visa dates, right? 2012, EB2 and EB3. So while other countries are almost current or, backlogged just by a year or so. This is because of this phenomenon that I'm talking about. So coming back into your question, as to how many green cards numbers are being released this year. So the green card numbers are always the same, but because of a rollover from the unused green card numbers from last year, these green card numbers sometimes vary. So for last year, for example, in 2023, 197,000 green card numbers were made available for employment-based. And out of this, pretty much how many were used? USCs is saying all the numbers were used, so none of them were wasted. And also we have a separate 6,000, I believe 10,874 numbers available for EB5, just for EB5 category, in addition to the 197 available for the EB1, EB2, and EB3 and other employment-based categories. So for 2024, which is more relevant, right? Because now we're in 2024 fiscal year already, as of October of this year. The numbers available are lower than last year, 161,000. Again, it's a rollover. It's higher than the basic number because there's a rollover of the unused family numbers from 2023. So that's why it's resulted in 161. But obviously the rollover from the other categories is less than it was last year. As our consulates are opening up and as more family-based petitions are being processed outside the country, you see that there's not much unused family-based numbers as they were during COVID. Because during COVID, all the consulates were closed. So they didn't process any family-based cases or any employment-based cases from abroad. So all the numbers could then be used by USCIS, by the Department of State here. And therefore, there were, a large number, lot of numbers available, and a lot of people filed in October of 2020. Indian nationals filed because, their dates became suddenly available. So this year, as I said, 161,000 are available as opposed to 197, and it was 200 and something the year before. So as you see, it's becoming less and less as the family-based cases, the numbers are being used up, at the consulates. And again, we have the same 10,874 numbers available for EB5. So we have to wait and see if the extra visa is available, if Congress will allow anything further with reference to this, but there has to be some change in the law or some executive order that will stick. Because if it's something that is, if it's an executive order which is against the law, then there'll be a lawsuit and it won't stick. So we have to see if they come up with innovative ways of increasing the numbers by staying within the law by passing an executive order, or if there is some new law that comes into place which allows us to get a flood of new numbers into the system, and that will allow then the tables to change and the dates to become available.
Okay, great. All right, thank you so much, Attorney Prashanti.
Are you an IT consultant seeking a new opportunity? We offer job placement services for US citizens, green cards, EADs, and visa holders. We also sponsor various work visas like H-1B, E3, TN, and green cards. 20 plus years of experience in the industry. Exceptional employee benefits. Highly rated by our employees. Global presence with 200 plus recruiters and direct clients. Connect with us. Call us on the number 833-412-8472 or mail us at support@higheritpeople.com or visit our website www.higheritpeople.com.